Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. And we're joined with a man who's not only making his return to the ring this Sunday, but he's making his return right now to ROHcast. Prince Nana is here. Nana, how are you doing?
My friend, is this Todd Sinclair?
It's not
Who
Todd.
is this? Which Todd is this? I don't know if it's Todd Sinclair or if it's someone else of that nature.
This is Harry from ROHcast.
Harry, how are you, my friend?
I'm very good, but I'm a bit offended. Todd Sinclair.
No, don't be offended. Don't be offended. I've just been so bewildered and my mind has been very, very foggy moving into final battle this weekend. So, please don't take it personal, my friend, all right?
Okay.
I'll have some peanut butter soup for you soon.
Okay, it might take a while to get here to England, but I'll wait for it. So, Nana, you're returning to the ring this weekend, but today you're returning to ROHcast. Which of those is more special to you? Because I'm sure it's very special
Oh
to
my
be here.
God! Number one, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be a part of the ROH task force. I love coming on to talk with you guys and really tell all the people out there what really is going on in the wrestling business and why personal is here to change things and to make things a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more competitive for the people who buy the tickets and watch the shows. You understand what I'm saying? So definitely it's something special to me being here right now, and I appreciate you guys bringing me on. You didn't have any of the Asian girls though with the fat butts, but it's okay. You didn't have any of them sent to New York City for me, but
Well,
it's all right.
there'd be a bit of issues with customs there. I can't just put them in a box, unfortunately, and send them to you.
Next time, just send them with JetBlue. They have a courier service from the United Kingdom to the U.S. All right, so just pack them that way.
All right, I'll bear that in mind for next time. So, hopefully, you're not too distracted with these big butt Asian girls. I mean, are you ready for this?
I try not to. I mean, look who I was with, for the last year and a half. A great relationship with my honey bun. She's still my honey bun. She still has a place in my heart. Me and him.
So
I'm on the top of my roof. I'm on top of my condo in New York City. So there's a lot of stuff going on down there next to Central Park. So excuse all of the sirens and all that good stuff.
No problem. But what I was going to say was, are you actually ready for this Sunday? Because it has been a while since you've been in the ring.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously it's been a very long time since I've been competitive in a Ring of Honor ring. But as far as being competitive, period, as a human being, that's something that I do every day. Always got to be on my toes, ready to beat somebody the hell up. No matter how big or small they are, that's just basically how I am. That's the nature of my people, the people of Ghana, West Africa. But like you said, I haven't been in the ring in a very long time with Ring of Honor. So yeah, there's a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? It's not usually in my vocabulary. Maybe I'm a little.
Ring rust?
No, maybe yeah. I don't want to call it ring rust, but sometimes you get a little bit kind of like nervous. Maybe that's the word. But that will all once I walk, through the door, all of that will go right out the window, and I'm gonna do what I do best.
So how has your training been going? Have you had to lay off, peanut butter soup and shrimp cocktail in preparation for this?
Unfortunately, I had to cut down a little bit on the fatty foods, the pig foot stew, and all of that good stuff like you mentioned. Pig foot stew, my friend.
I've never tried that.
It's delicious. Oh, it's delicious. All right, especially when you have the cocoa beans inside of there, like not too many. But if you have one or two cocoa beans in there, you get a good taste and texture from the meat, especially the fatty part of the pig foot.
I'll have to try that or something one day.
Absolutely, one day I'll have some with you. But as far as the training, yeah, it's eating right. It's trying to be a little bit more on the sensible side, and I think this match is just kind of just changed me moving forward. Period, because I don't intend to stop eating well and getting into the gym maybe 3 or 4 times a week. Why not? It's good for me, and it's making me feel a little bit better, look better, and I'm progressing from the Asian girls to the Filipinos. So it's it's something that I look forward to and I enjoy.
That's good. So we'll look back a bit now at, how this entire situation came about. It sort of happened because R.D. Evans accused you of some sort of collusion with Truth Martini. Is there any truth
He's
to
out
this?
of his mind. He's out of his mind. Truth Martini is someone, I admired. I have respect for Truth Martini. He's someone who has trained some of the youngest, most hardest talent in the business today. There's no trainer out there like him, okay? And basically, he and I are friends, and we go to the casino, we spend and we gamble a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but, whatever R.D. Evans feels he saw, whether it was paperwork, whether it was a verbal situation he feels that he had seen or been a part of, he's completely delusional, my friend. Completely delusional, okay? He got into the fold, okay? He got way too comfortable. The money was pouring in, okay? We had just gotten the Sinclair Broadcasting Group deal, okay? So the checks were being cut left and right. Okay, so me personally, I had someone handling money, handling day-to-day operations for the Embassy LLC, and look where it has gone. It's gone to, Tommaso putting his hands on me, walking away from the Embassy, and Tommaso ended up getting screwed at the end of the day. So now everything comes back into full circle, and this Sunday at Final Battle is going to be something that everybody is going to want to see. I guarantee you that, Todd Sinclair.
So, if you keep calling me Todd Sinclair, maybe I could be referee for your match. Would you be interested in that?
Oh, I apologize for that again, my friend. It's just that my mind is so fogged about Sunday, and I apologize for that. All right.
Okay.
Will you take the apology?
I do, yeah. But one more, we might have some issues, Nana.
What's that?
If you call me Todd Sinclair again, I don't know what'll happen then. Who knows?
Okay. Let's hope. Just hope that I can stay focused for the next 2 or 3 questions.
My next question is, what's happened to the Embassy Limited? Is it under R.D. Evans' control now, or is it still yours?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's never been. He had monetary control for maybe about 3 to 4 months of monetary control. So every time I needed a check just to pay a phone bill, I had to have R.D. Evans cut the check. If I needed money to go have a hotel room with a few of my girlfriends, R.D. Evans, I had to go through him in order for him to cut those checks. But since then, I've had some of the top attorneys in the entertainment business handle the situation and the litigation surrounding the restraining order that R.D. Evans had against me. So moving into this Sunday, moving forward, no, there will be no type of relation or connection with R.D. Evans, the Embassy Limited, the Embassy, the E, or any of its affiliates, my friend. Okay, but one thing is for sure, we will definitely get revenge and make sure he has no place in the wrestling business, because this is not a joke. This is not a joke. And legacy is something he tried to break, and now I have to try and break his neck.
Wow, that's some tough words there. But you mentioned the Embassy's affiliates there. What's happened to people like Princess Mia and Ernesto Osiris? We haven't seen them for a long time.
Ernesto is, a dear friend of mine. Obviously, you guys know he's been there when times were rough. Okay, the bottom of the pulpit. Okay, right now, life is good. With him, I hope life is good as well, because if there's anyone that can pick up the phone, call me, and I will send a Learjet over to wherever he is to pick him up, to bring him to where I am. It's my friend Ernesto. Okay, and I really hope that his spirit is there with me on Sunday to make sure that I get this match completed and get this fool R.D. Evans handled with. But Mia, she's out in Japan doing her thing, working on her career as far as being a in-ring wrestler. Ever since being around me, she has the itch to really get in there and get more competitive and really become the true queen of the wrestling business. So, like I said, I always have a place in my heart for Mia. Okay, always. So, Mia, if you are listening to me right now, I love you, baby. Okay, my offer is still on the table. Will you marry me? I love you, babe. I hope you are safe in Japan and you're not eating too many sushi rolls.
That is the first ever proposal on the ROHcast, so congrats to that with
I
that,
love
Nana.
that girl.
Another question I had here is recently RD Evans got rid of, Tommaso Ciampa for a new client, QT Marshall. Have you spoke with Tommaso Ciampa since that happened?
No, absolutely not. There's nothing to talk about. This is somebody who I put, 110% behind him, even way before he came to Ring of Honor. Maybe 2-3 years of molding and doing product development with this whole, Tommaso Ciampa gimmick. But, as far as him putting his hands on me, it was a true mistake that, I can never, forgive. So, best of luck to him. I see he's rehabilitating, doing good with his knee. He has a lot of video packages out. Best of luck to him. He's a good guy, and he's going to be someone to, to look out for in the future. But I think I will always be on the other side of the table.
What are your thoughts on RD Evans' new client? I believe he calls himself God's Gift, QT Marshall.
I like to call him Cutie, like Cutie Pie. Cutie Pie Marshall. The thing is with Cutie Marshall, a great specimen trained by someone I have a heck of a lot of respect for, and is one of my trainers as well. It's gonna be more than just a challenge for me to make sure he stays out of the business that's going to be happening on Sunday. So, I have more than, respect for the guy. I don't know him too well. I never sought him out as far as being a client, but, depending on what goes on Sunday, hey, you never know. He might want to jump ship and join where things are going to be really popping in the year 2013.
It's likely that he's going to be in, RD Evans' corner. Do you think he's a threat? Are you going to bring any backup of your own?
I really am focusing on going into this match and not worrying about QT Marshall. I have 100% faith in you, Todd Sinclair, and I think you do what it is that needs to be done to make sure that the match goes in the way that it's supposed to go. Because we're not going to be out in Ohio or in Cleveland. We're in New York City, where the State Athletic Commission, they're very strict. There's not going to be a lot of that lollygagging going on. So hopefully he'll just stay in his place at the corner of the ring, support his guy, and let me just go in there and beat him the hell up.
Last time you were on the show, Nana, me and Stephen and the other guys from ROH World, we offered our services to join the embassy, and you refused. Perhaps that's why you got into this whole mess, and we understand you might have made the mistake the first time, but we're going to offer our services again. Would you like us as backup at ringside? We can deal with QT Marshall, no problem.
You know what? That sounds like something that might be doable. It sounds like something doable, but I have to turn it down because you broke your promise before I got on this line. All right, you said that there would be some Asian girls with big butts on a plane and in my hotel room before I got on the phone with you. So we have to do even. Everybody has to be even with this. So maybe next time. All right.
Okay.
No, looking forward to the match. I mean, have you got any tricks up your sleeve to?
It's I've been running around. I've been training with the unpredictable Johnny Rodz, WWE Hall of Famer, 1996. I go back with Johnny Rodz to the age of 13. He knows me from when I'm a young guy, and I was one of his first ever youngest students. And I, recently have been going over there for the last, month and a half, 2 months. And, it's the same training that I had back then that's going to get me through this match today. You have to be a professional in order to step through those ropes, and that's what I am.
I mean, what happens after Sunday? If you win the match, what happens then?
It's going to be a big statement in the wrestling business. I might, you never know. I might want to go downtown to the Barclays Center and show support to Kofi Kingston. You never know. Okay, so, as far as what's going to happen, you're just going to have to read through it. Join us in 2013 and keep joining Ring of Honor Wrestling and the Embassy for the ride, because this is only the beginning. Okay, they call it Doomsday, but it's only the beginning, my friend, at Final Battle. this Sunday.
SteamMark23 from the forum asks, after you defeat R.D. Evans in dominating fashion, will you crown yourself the title Mr. Final Battle?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're gonna have to book me every year on the card, and I'm gonna have an undefeated streak like ticker. All right, because that's what it is. Every final battle, I've had something big and special to bring to the table, and this final battle is gonna be no different. So yeah, why not?
And Howfont93 asks, do you have any intentions of going after the ROH World title?
That's been my intention since day one. There's no reason to be in a company like Ring of Honor without wanting to have that world title in your grasp. And, I had, we were very close to it back in the day with, John Waters and the Pure title, and then it got unified and so on and so forth. But absolutely, why not try to go for the world title? Even if I can have a client of mine hand it to me in my hand, that would be good enough for me.
I know you don't want to have to think about losing on Sunday, but what does happen if you do lose the match?
That's not going to happen, my friend. It's not going to happen. You have to understand, New York City is my home away from home. I live here. I live in Trump Towers. I live in Central Park, downtown Brooklyn. I have houses all over the New York State. So, all of my supporters will be there. And I'm not worried about QT Marshall, because if QT Marshall gets involved and I lose, I guarantee you there's going to be a riot in New York City.
I mean, looking forward now, I mean, if you do regain control of the embassy, will you be looking to recruit more members? Obviously, with Tommaso Ciampa now gone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing Matt Hardy this Sunday. I'm looking forward to seeing the ladder match with Generico and Steen. I've been I've been flying back and forth from the United States to the Samoan Islands, taking a look at some of the big guys out there, and it's just a matter of time. You can't just jump into things. You have to make sure that the timing is there, and timing in the wrestling business is what it's all about.
Can you give us any tips of any guys that you've seen that look promising, or are you keeping that under your hat?
I have to keep it. I have to keep the lid shut. Even though I like Prince David a lot. Okay, I like Prince David a lot, and of course One Well Warrior, Loki. But those are guys that everybody knows already. So that's just some of the guys that the caliber of guys that I'm interested in bringing into the embassy.
Nigel Likes Guinness asks, what do you know about shrimp cocktail? I should imagine you know quite a lot about shrimp cocktail.
Oh my God, I can tell you one thing. There's going to be shrimp cocktail going around for the whole Hammerstein Ballroom this Sunday once I get that win, all right? Especially the ones that are sliced in the center, all right? And you remember the coffee bean I was telling you about in the peanut butter soup?
Yep.
That right there, you just crush it inside of the shrimp. Unbelievable taste and texture, my friend.
Well, Renegade121 wants to know, what is the recipe for peanut butter soup?
That's a secret. You'd have to get that from good old mom, okay? All right, but I will tell you this. There's a little bit of forehead sweat in there, okay? It gives it a little bit of a tasty tang to it, all right? And without that, the dish is worthless.
Would you consider releasing a cookbook with all these recipes? You've mentioned pigfoot stew, peanut butter soup, shrimp cocktail. You're going to get a book going or something?
I mean, I think I would get sued by JR, okay, because we use some of his sauce in one of our recipes. So I would have to get all these publishing rights and clearances and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to go through that. Sorry, JR.
ROH fan Anthony asks, on the night Triple H came back from his injury on Raw at Madison Square Gardens in 2002, you had a dark match with Crash Holly. What was that night like?
Unbelievable. Madison Square Garden, live, sold out. I had an awesome time. Rest in peace, Crash Holly. And it was a great experience. It was, one of many experiences I've had with Vince McMahon's WWE, and hopefully in the future, there can be more of those. But right now, the focus is at Ring of Honor.
Another question here from RH Fan 81. I'm just going to warn you, this question might offend you because it offended me. He asks, are you really the Prince of Ghana, West Africa?
Tell him to go check on Google. All right? Go check on Google. All right? Go check the lineage, the Bando family lineage, and then tell him to ask me this stupid question. All right? Take a trip to Ghana. I asked them who Prince Nana is, and they were all just like spitting in your face for asking the question. Okay, but I'll forgive him this first time.
Okay. In our last interview, you mentioned about coming over to England. I mean, is that still happening? And could that maybe lead to a live ROHcast with you and
I think
ROHWorld team?
I think that might happen, my friend, because I believe the people in the main office are in talks about doing something in England. So if this is something that is truly going to happen, then it's going to be something worthwhile, definitely.
Well,
Definitely,
we'll
I'll
be there.
up there and I'll be able to do a live podcast. But listen, you guys make a ton of money. I see all these ads on your website. Why don't you just fly down? My God, you're being cheap. The same way you're being cheap without sending those big butt Asians on the plane. Come on, guys.
You know, it is Christmas time. You know, deliveries take a lot longer than normal, Nana. Just be a bit patient with those
Oh
those
my
Asians.
God.
They're on the way. It's okay.
We've got a couple of final questions to sort of wrap things up here, and the first thing is for people who've never seen you in the ring, because as you said, it has been a while since you've been in a ROH ring. What can they actually expect from you on Sunday?
It's unpredictable. I mean, I was trained by the unpredictable Johnny Rods, so basically my whole demeanor and everything in my forte is unpredictable as well. I can go from lucha, I can go from brawling to technical to training to whatever you want to call it. So this Sunday, it's not going to be about what style. It's just going to be how I'm going to rearrange Adi Evans' face.
Speaking of Adi Evans, we actually reached out to him to be a part of this podcast with you, but we got no response.
Did he get back to you?
No, we think he was scared or something of you because he
Well,
no response. We just mentioned your name and he just ran in fear. But
it's not surprising.
If he was here right now, what would you say to him heading into your match on Sunday?
Absolutely nothing. I'm talking to you because you're a nice guy.
Okay,
but something like Adi Evans, there's no words that can come out of the mouth of someone as wealthy as I, someone with as much notoriety as myself, to even say a word to him. Everything that's going to be said is going to be said right there in that ring when I'm kicking his face in. And you know what I'm going to say at the end of everything?
What?
We're in the money. We're in the money. Do 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 do.
I can't think of a better way to wrap this up.
It's been a long time since I've heard that. I've missed it.
It has been a while, yeah. So
It's
hopefully,
been a while, my friend.
Hopefully the
Thank you guys so much.
entire arena will be singing that with you on Sunday.
We'll make it happen, my friend.
So,
As a matter of fact, this is one of my Asian big butt girls on the other line. You guys be good, and I'll see you guys on Sunday at Final Battle.